Hello, we're the Ghostbusters team. And yes, we are here to answer the age old question: who are you going to call when your project keeps repeating the mistakes of the past? We're here today because the Ministry of Defense is haunted, not by ghouls, but by the ghost of Project Past. Valuable lessons, insights, and warnings locked away, unable to help future projects. We took on the challenge of bringing these spirits back into the light. Now, the problem's clear. Current projects have not learned from the past. Why? Valuable lessons are buried in gateway review documents that are not easily accessible, impossible to navigate, and require immense time to manually dig up. This is an administrative annoyance and a severe drain on resources. Valuable insights are rarely translated into actionable guidance. They just sit there unread until the project is closed and the next ghost is created. Now, in response to this challenge, we have created a twofold plan. First, we have designed a system that automatically extracts and organizes these lessons directly from the gateway reviews. And second, we've also built a lesson learned agent, which is a virtual subject matter expert to actively support organization.
For using input from structured data received, we have designed a Power BI dashboard that presents this data in a structured, intelligent, and user-friendly lessons library with meaningful categorizations and insights for our stakeholders. So this overview page provides a snapshot of all lessons learned, showing scale and status, demonstrating the tool's value as the repository grows. So we've used visuals such as donut and stack charts to highlight where lessons are progressing or stalling, and which defense line of development are most prevalent in each TLB. Helping users spot areas of systemic issues quickly, the final donut shows the distribution of LFE across DLOTs. This enables the user to get a departmental view of which DLOT has the most LFE. We've done a thematic analysis report page for project managers, portfolio leads, and assurance reviewers using the slices at the top of the report for TLB, status, life cycle phase, tag, and date. Users can use this to filter lessons to match their context. So, say I am managing a project in the British Army and my project is entering its definition phase. Here I can see out of all previous projects, there are only lessons surfacing from negative circumstances. We can also see that these lessons are in relation to budget and scope. And on the right, I can see that it's specifically budget overrun due to scope creep. We can drill into the LFE repository from here to get full lesson and recommendation detail with filter retained for seamless navigation. Next, we move on to our organization-wide insights report page. This section is designed specifically for SROs and LFE leads, enabling them to filter by organization using the TLB slicer so users can instantly focus their area of responsibility. Below, tables break down lessons by category, portfolio, and lesson lead, providing a comprehensive overview for proactive risk management and continuous improvement.
So what we tried to do with the code was we tried to read the PDF and scrape the data from it so that we could have raw data to process. We then used an NLP function called Sentence Transformer to read the information and produce categories based on the information that was contained within the lessons. When we were looking through the raw data, we used the phrase recommendation followed by a number to identify where the lessons were within the document. And then what we also did was, because we had it looking at a folder and cycling through all the files that were in that folder, we then continued to have it watch the folder for any new documentation that was put into the folder. It would automatically generate new lessons from that new file. And as you can see from the output, it didn't quite work as planned. We did manage to pull out a lesson title, and we managed to pull out some observations and discussions along with conclusions and recommendations. And we did get some tags. It didn't quite work as performed as we anticipated. And so we would change it to be more intelligent, integrate more AI, and process more information and filter it based on tags that were available in the original lessons learned template we were provided with.
In response to question 1, within the coding, we decided to use a local language model rather than a cloud-based large language model. Although slower, this enhances data security and confidentiality. Operational independence guarantees protection during cyber attacks, for example. As a military institution, we must be able to explain AI-generated decisions where auditability in this large language model is easier. In response to question 2, yes, using thematically structured data, our Power BI dashboard provides a reusable repository that acts as a central searchable library. Project teams can filter, drill down, and reuse lessons at both startup and review stages, ensuring valuable insights are applied, not just captured, enabling proactive risk management and continuous improvement. Our answer to question 3, the code that was created does a search on the document for specific text, not for a specific structure, i.e. tables. So the information should be found regardless of the structure. The code does, however, currently rely on the document being a PDF. So if the format was changed to a Word file, for example, it would fail.
And that concludes our presentation. We have shown you how to put those ghosts of project past out of business, because when it comes to knowledge management, we ain't afraid of no ghost.